Hello, everybody. I'm Joe Garcia, Executive Director of Chicanos por la Causa Action Fund, organizing Latino Loud, the Get Out the Vote effort for Latino empowerment. Got some really special people with me joining today. And all this is centering on the partnerships that we do with each other, try to get as many Latinos to the polls as possible. And right now, we're promoting a very special event on Sunday at 3 p.m. at Grant Park. We're very excited about partnering with various groups, and we're going to just introduce ourselves real fast if we can. So we'll start with Catherine. Welcome.
Hola, gracias. Catherine Pichardo, Directora Ejecutiva from Latino Victory. Thank you for having me be part of this amazing effort. I know that all of you are on the ground day in and day out, working with our community in Arizona. So for us at Latino Victory, it's really an honor to work with you and to make sure that our community comes out to vote and make their voices heard.
Okay, and let's other guests. Start with you, Monica.
Sure. My name is Monica Sandschafer, and I am the Arizona State Director of Mi Familia Vota and Mi Familia en Acción. And we're so excited to be here. We are also heading up a huge campaign to turn out and inform Latino voters here in Arizona.
Enrique.
Yes, hi, Enrique Davis Maslum. I'm the Arizona State Director for UnidosUS Action Fund. Joe, thank you for putting all this together, and I'm very glad that we're partnering up with CPLC, Action Fund, Latino Loud, and Mi Familia Vota with Monica.
Yeah, I think it's indicative of the team effort that we have. Many people think we're all in competition, but we're all looking for the same thing, which is more Latinos to participate in this election, this very important election. Catherine, can you tell us about your effort with Vote Like a Madre? What is that about, and what does it mean for our community?
Sure. Thank you, Joe. And so Vote Like a Madre, Votar como una Madre, is really a media campaign where we have a lot of celebrities, including Jennifer Lopez and Camila Cabello and Lin-Manuel Miranda and his mother and Rita Moreno, Angelica Maria and Angelica Vale, Patti Manterola, so many amazing celebrities that have joined forces to really exhort our community to come out and vote in this election. And let's be very factual. Voting matters. It's about our families, our future, our lives, and really for generations to come. So Vote Like a Madre is an effort to encourage folks to come out as it relates to climate change and making sure that we can preserve our planet for generations to come. And votar como una madre, to vote like a mother, you don't have to be a mother. So it really applies to anyone. It's about harnessing that madre power to say, you know what, I care about my community, I care about my world that we all live in, and we understand that voting in this election is really important because we're at a crossroads, right, as a society, as humans. So we really have to use our superpower, which is voting, and that's what the Vote Like a Madre campaign is really. It's encouraging everyone to use their superpower and come out to vote, whether it's voting early, voting by mail, or voting on election day. We need every Latino to make their voices heard this November.
Yeah, and you mentioned vote like a madre, like a mother, but I also think of Mother Earth when you're talking about this, right? This is our mother we need to protect for generations and for all time. So very good. You mentioned celebrities. I'm glad that they're speaking out. I know we have our special event on Sunday at 3 o'clock at Grant Park. There's going to be some celebrities there. There'll be free food. There's going to be music, entertainment. It's going to be a great rally. I hope everybody shows up. I don't know which celebrities are going to be there yet. You did mention J-Lo. Is that a possibility?
Well, I'm not going to mention names, but I will say I'll be there, and I know you'll be there, and I know mi familia Vota and Unidos and so many other local folks will be there. I will tell you, the media campaign has been a real success. And certainly we've amplified a lot of the videos that celebrities have made. Many folks have told me, oh, me salió en Facebook, me salió en Instagram. I saw it when I was reading the news on Telemundo Online or whatever. The fact is that we all are celebrities. We could all vote like a madre. We all have that power, right? So in addition to celebrities, we have a lot of everyday people, madres like myself. I have a 21-year-old and a 16-year-old who are making videos, who are amplifying the campaign locally. And, you know, we have gotten a lot of momentum out of just everyday people who are talking to their friends, to their neighbors, to their comadres, to their family members, and saying, listen, this election is important. It's probably the most significant election of our lifetimes, considering everything that's at stake. And we have to come out to vote. So everyone can be a celebrity and a superhero in this scenario.
Absolutely. And for our Spanish-speaking audience, do you want to send a message in Spanish as well about your program?
Claro, quiero, bueno, primero agradecer a mi familia Vota, Chicanos por la Causa, Unidos, y a todos los compañeros Voto Latino que se han unido a esta campaña. Y lo que estamos hoy haciendo es exhortando a nuestra comunidad, latinos, latinas, latiné, que salgan a votar en estas elecciones porque son importantísimas para el futuro de nuestros niños y las generaciones futuras. Realmente tenemos tantos temas de interés para la comunidad latina. Los valores latinos son valores americanos. Queremos oportunidad económica, queremos viviendas asequibles y salud médica, incluyendo salud reproductiva. También, pues, un medio ambiente que podamos preservar para nuestros niños y las próximas generaciones. Y por eso es que estamos enfocándonos en la campaña Vote Like a Madre, porque no es solamente ser madre, sino es sacar ese deseo de mejorar nuestras comunidades, de ser un acto de preservar lo que es nuestro futuro. Y pues ese deseo de madre es algo que lo puede tener cualquier persona y exhortamos con esta campaña a todos en nuestra comunidad a que salgan a votar y hagan su voto valer.
And Catherine, I know that you're everywhere. You're going everywhere. I don't know. Are you in Boston now? And I know you have somewhere else to go, but you'll be here Sunday, and we're excited about that. But give us the website where we can learn more about Vote Like a Madre.
Yes, absolutely. I am in Boston now. I was in LA a couple of days ago. Also in Las Vegas the week before that. Really, we are at Latino Victory making our best effort to go to every corner of our country, every corner where Latinos are at, to really make sure that our community comes out to vote. In terms of the numbers, before I go off, let me just say this so that everyone understands what's at stake. We have the highest number of Latinos ever in this country that are eligible to vote, over 36 million. Out of those 36 million, we expect about 17 million Latinos to come out to vote this election. Frankly, I want to get that up higher, but that's kind of what the numbers look like. Within that, the Latino community is at an amazing spot to be a change maker, not only for the presidential election and who occupies the White House, but really at all levels of government, who controls the House of Representatives.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. We'll talk people here in the studio.
Did you lose me for a second?
We did.
Yes.
Well, so it's about who controls government at all levels of government, at all levels. And so Latinos can make a difference. We want to make sure every Latino comes out to vote. I will be there on Sunday. I hope to see everyone who's listening. Please come, enjoy the music, enjoy the sisterhood, the brotherhood, the food, the music. The music is, for me, super important because I'm a music person. But I will say, as Latinos, the food is good too. And more than anything, it's about making our voices heard and raising awareness about the importance of the vote this year. So thank you for all that you do, and I look forward to seeing you all on Sunday.
Okay, we look forward to it, and we look forward to the celebrities. And if you notice, she didn't say no, J-Lo will not be there, so we don't know. We'll find out.
All right, well, I don't want to get anyone excited that she will be there. I cannot promise that. But we'll have some great local folks as well as some folks that you might have seen on TV. It's a surprise. So just come and have fun.
Thank you, Catherine. Okay, let's talk to our guest here in the studio. Very honored to be with both of these leaders. They've been longtime leaders in Arizona in various capacities. And right now, if you can just talk about your organization and things that you're doing, even now, I mean, in this last push for the election of, what you're doing. So we'll start with Monica, if that's okay. Start with Mi Familia Vota.
Absolutely. So our organization is in the streets. So we are knocking on doors every single day. We are talking to voters about the importance of this election, asking them what they care about most, and then connecting what they care about most, whether it's affordable housing, education, immigration reform, reproductive freedom, healthcare. We connect those issues up with the act of voting in order to mobilize folks to make a plan, to make a commitment, first of all, to vote, and then make a plan to vote. So we're talking to folks every day. Yesterday we knocked on 17,000 doors and talked to, over 2,500 people. So we're super excited about that. We really do think that this year, Latino voters and voters of color and young voters are really going to make the difference in this election in choosing who represents us at all levels of government. And our organizations are having a huge impact on that. So it's an honor to be here with you.
Yeah, that's great. Mi Familia Vota has been a longtime friend of Chicanos por la Causa. And last Latino Loud, we worked together to register more Latinos. I think it was about 35,000. And you guys do such great work, knocking on the doors, that canvassing is so important, and among other things. And that's what all of our groups are doing. We're complementing each other, supporting each other, whether it be canvassing, door knocking, registration, mailers, texting, digital ads, whatever it may be, whatever it takes for us to get the word out. And it's okay if we duplicate efforts, because especially with people that aren't familiar with voting, or they're first-time voters or first-time and long-time voters, they need to be told continually, please vote. You need to vote. It's important because they need to know how important they are. And I know Catherine was talking about about celebrities. Well, you want to be a VIP, your vote is very important. You can be a VIP by casting your vote. Our democracy counts on it. Enrique, tell us about yourself and tell us about UnidosUS.
No, so I'll go with UnidosUS Action Fund.
Why don't you?
Huh?
Please.
So I think it's very important, something that you mentioned. It's complementing the work that we are doing, right? There are many organizations here in Arizona that are trying to work with Latinos to make them also understand that voting and having a voice is very important. And if we think of our state, it's very big, right? And we have Latinos all over. So one organization cannot tackle all Latinos. So I think that's the most important part, is that we are complementing the work each one of us is doing. So like UnidosUS Action Fund, what we are doing right now is working mainly with border communities, San Luis, Somerton, Yuma, Nogales, Rio Rico, Douglas, Naco. Then also outside of those, we are tackling in Congressional District 6, which is Pima and Cochise, and also Congressional District 1, which is Phoenix, Scottsdale area, right? Because we think it is very important that we reach and fill up those gaps that there might be, because money is not there for us to do everything, right? Every organization. So we are limited in our capacity. So like Monica has a goal with Mi Familia Vota, Latino Loud has another, but there are also gaps. So I think that's one of the things that we're doing. So we're canvassing. We have digital, we have radio, we have text messaging and phone banking that we are working with partners from all over the country that are helping us with phone banking, specifically to Arizona, to try to get out that vote. So that is, and we have volunteers that are flying in, like MPU. They were here 2 weeks ago, and they're going to be here this weekend. So there's a lot of work being done. And I think the best thing is understanding that we are not competing with each other. We are complementing each other.
Yes, we are complimenting each other, and it's a very nice shirt you're wearing, by the way.
Thank you.
My compliments. No, it's what it's about. And for CISA Vota, Chicanos por la Causa Action Fund, and also Chicanos por la Causa, because we operate underneath the big umbrella of Latino Loud, and that is really just trying to get this message out. It's nonpartisan. You know, we're not telling you who to vote for. We're not supporting of any candidate or party. But it's important that Latinos vote, because we believe that if Latinos have a say wherever the table decisions are being made, then Latino issues are going to be addressed. So we're doing all the things that we've all talked about, you know, the phone banking, the texting, the mailers, the events, concerts. We're doing everything we possibly can to get the word out. And we're looking for not just about this election, it's about all elections moving forward. It's about changing the narrative. For too long, Latinos were viewed by one party who kind of took us for granted, and another party, quite frankly, who thought we didn't vote in big enough numbers to worry about, and did everything it could and continues to voter suppression to keep us from voting. So it's about us standing up and saying, you know what, we're going to be heard, Latino Loud, Latino Proud, on whichever party and whichever candidate. You have to hear us. But to be heard, we have to be heard at the ballot box, and that means our vote, because our voice is our vote. So this is what we're underscoring, and I think it's just so important, and we're going to walk people through. I mean, we can mention our websites in a moment. Ours is latinoloud.vote. If you go there, there are videos. There's frequently questions that are asked, and we answer them. You can get information on where your precinct is, or how do you do the mailer of ballot. What do I do? I mean, this is so important to know. Monday is pretty much the last day that you should count on, or Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday, right in there. If you're going to mail in your ballot, do it by then. If you're anything past that, don't chance it. It may not get there in time through the mail. So fill out your ballot. The saddest thing in the world is a ballot mailed to you, and it's just sitting there on the kitchen counter, and it's sitting there come November 6th, because it's just, by then it's just trash. And for a ballot to become trash, it's almost a sin. It's something we need to take care of. So fill out your ballot, mail it in. And when you mail it in, make sure you sign it, you date it, and you put your phone number on there. The phone number is not shared with anybody. It's only there in case there's a question about your ballot. Perhaps they're wondering about your signatures, or there was a question on your ballot at all. They just call you to check to make sure your vote counts. And they're probably not going to call you, but just in case. But you have to fill that in. That's important. Filling in the ballot for Arizona, it's 2 pages back to back. And you're thinking, gee, you know, this is too much. Do not feel like you have to fill out everything on your ballot, because you don't. You fill out what you feel comfortable with. Some people like to start at the bottom of the ballot and fill out the propositions first, because those are very important. And then go back up to the top with a president race and work your way down. Don't feel like you have to vote for all the judges if perhaps you don't know about them. Don't feel like you have to fill it out. It's not an exam. It's not a tax form. It's your ballot. It's what you know. It's what you believe. It's what matches your value. So, take time. It's probably going to take 20 minutes. Could take a little longer, but, 15 to 20 is if you're kind of more familiar with it. But become familiar with it. Go to websites. Learn what you can. Nonpartisan websites. But your vote is so important because it's about your future. It's about our community, about your children, your grandchildren. It matters. Your vote counts, and it's so important. Right now, it's the final push for those who are kind of thinking, well, it's kind of late and it takes time. And yes, but now is the time to do it. It's now or never. Monica, you want to add anything on that?
I just wanted to add that there is nothing that is worth taking 20 minutes to do like voting. We literally, in this country, get the opportunity to choose our future. We get the opportunity to protect and defend our democracy by participating in it. Our country is only as strong as our democracy is, and I think a lot of us have worried about that over the past few years, that we've seen some fragility in our democracy, and we've seen people talking about it in a way that has been very worrisome. Make your voice heard, participate, strengthen our democracy in our country, and vote your values. You have a real opportunity here to do that. And it's so important that we take the time to do that. As a mother, I love this concept of vote like a mother, because the reality is, as a mom, you're always worried about the future. You're always worried about, what if I say this today and then in 2 years this happens, and what if I don't react the right way when my child says this, and then, that means this in the future, right? You're always worried about the future. And you're always wanting the best for the next generation. And this is our opportunity to choose the best, right? To choose the best of the options, to choose the best of the ballot initiatives for our children, for our future. We get to collectively stand up for that. And that's an opportunity that we should accept the invitation to participate. And that's what the ballot is, right? It's an invitation to be a valued voice, to be a citizen of this country. And we all have the opportunity to do that and celebrate it. And we're going to celebrate it on Sunday. That's the other thing I just wanted to highlight, that we've talked about how we all work together, and we've been working so much on this election, but we also recognize the importance of celebrating this opportunity that we have to make our voices heard and to celebrate the opportunity of living in this country. And so on Sunday at 3 p.m. in Grant Park, we're going to have music, we're going to have food, we're going to have our organizations out there, and we're going to have a good time, because there's also a lot to celebrate.
But I think, going on the part of celebrating, an election is a celebration. We should actually embrace it that way, because you are actually deciding your future. You're celebrating because you have that. It's not only an obligation, it's a responsibility. And you're thinking of how that is going to affect you, your family, your friends, your community. So that is something that you have, right? So elections should not only be something boring that a lot of people are like, why should I vote? Why should I participate? Politics, it's not something that I'm involved with. The reality is that we're involved in politics every single day. Like the laws that, if you want to get, like what we did 2 years ago with Prop 308, in-state tuition for Dreamers. Now Dreamers can go to in-state colleges and pay in-state tuition, and they can better their education. We did something together for all those young kids that want to continue their education. So we are involved in politics every single day. But at the same time, we have to celebrate that part, right? And as Latinos, nos gusta la fiesta, nos encanta, nos gusta la música, la comida. We want to celebrate with our friends, with our family. And that might be a way to actually get others involved, because somebody might say, qué flojera, no quiero ir. So you're like, vamos a la fiesta. A lo mejor llega J-Lo, a lo mejor no, right? So it's like, let's do it. So inviting everybody to be there on Sunday, Grant Park, 3 p.m. If you have questions on your ballot, if you want to take it, and we'll There's going to be people that can help you out and answer some questions. So there are many things that you can do. And also, if you want to volunteer, if you're like, hey, what can I do? You can probably volunteer with one of us three, one of the organizations, or there might be another organization that you want to volunteer and help out in this election. Or you might want to be a poll worker or volunteer the day of the elections. There are many ways, but Latinos, you have to get involved. If you stay in your house, someone else is going to make decisions for you. So you have to vote. You have to participate because you don't want somebody to decide if you should wear a red shirt or a blue shirt or a white shirt, right? You want to decide if you want to wear a yellow one. So that's up to you.
Yeah, and you mentioned Prop 308, which was in-state tuition for Dreamers, and how it benefits Dreamers and those people. But the truth is, it benefits all people, everybody. It benefits our economy. It improves our community, improves generations for life. I mean, everything is connected. The ripple effect of life is great. You throw a pebble in the pond, and the ripple effect takes place. And it's the same with voting on everything you decide on that. But it's important that you do it. I mean, it's, voting to me is like sending a Valentine to democracy. It truly is your way of expressing love to this great country that we live in, and that we're able to make it a better country by voting, by having a voice in decisions that are being made. Now, this next point I'm going to talk about is important too. Because let's say you're this is Wednesday or Thursday or Friday coming up, and you still have that ballot. You haven't filled it out. Fill it out. You can still vote. Even though you shouldn't mail it in, you can still vote. Fill out the ballot, seal it, sign it, date it, put your phone number, and take it to a drop box, which you can find on all these websites. It'll give you where it's close to your house, or take it to the polling place, and there's no waiting. There may be a long line at the polls, people going to vote. You don't have to do that. You can walk up with your ballot, go right to the front, drop it through the drop box. No waiting. So there's still time. So anybody who's kind of has put it off and thinking, oh, I've missed my chance, you have not. Fill out that ballot that's sitting on your kitchen table or the countertop. Take time. Fill out some of it today. Fill out some of it tomorrow if you want to. Take it on your own time. Fill out what you feel most comfortable with, but do it. You're going to feel so much better. I'm serious. You feel so much better when it's done, and you feel like you are such a part of the decision-making, the very fabric of our democracy. You are a VIP by casting that ballot. It's that important. And if your kids see you voting, then they know that's important. If they see you not voting, well, we've just silenced yourself and perhaps your kids into thinking, well, voting isn't important. We've censored ourselves. We've muffled our own voice. We shouldn't do that. We need to speak out. We have a lot to say. This country depends on us for so many things, including our labor and our leadership and our numbers and our buying power, and the list goes on. This country also needs to depend on our vision and our voice when it comes to political empowerment. So that's what this is about. Latino Loud, Latino Proud, and all the other organizations that do this. We're in together. And Sunday's event is going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of music. There's going to be good food. There's going to be entertainment. There's going to be T-shirts and stickers and everything you want. It is, as Monica said, a celebration of Latino empowerment, of who we are. So Sunday, 3:00, Grant Park. Grant Park is just right there on you can't miss it. It's 2nd Avenue and Grant Street, right across from El Portal restaurant, the world famous El Portal restaurant, right there in the park. It'll be in the gymnasium. There's going to be fun for everybody. It's for the family. Bring your family. Let everybody become part of something to understand that we are celebrating Latino empowerment. I mean, you cannot put a price on that. We are standing up for who we are, and it's time that we do that. We can only do that by participating at the polls. Any final thoughts, words you want to mention, websites or anything else that's coming up that maybe Mi Familia Vota is doing in the next in this final push? Anything you want to share with us, Monica?
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to share just a couple of things. One is that the ballot is long and it contains a lot. And there's also a lot of information out there to help us know how to vote on things and to know the context and who are these candidates and so on. So you can go to mifamiliavota.org for a ballot guide. Also, like Enrique said, I just wanted to elevate that there will be people at the event who can help you, understand what some of the different things on the ballot are about, and we'll have ballot guides there. So please do bring your ballot if you have any questions. We can walk through it. And then finally, I just wanted to say, in terms of polling locations, it's absolutely so important that we drop our ballots off if we don't get them mailed in time. Sometimes we actually hold on to ours as a family, my husband and I, and we don't put it in the mail because we like to go with our kiddo and actually let the kiddo drop them off in the ballot box, because it feels so cool, like it's an opportunity for someone who isn't eligible to vote yet to get to participate, right? And a way to change and invest in our future together as a family. So we would really encourage you, come to this event together as a family. Join Mi Familia Vota anytime. We can always plug you into a phone bank. You can do it from home. And please participate in any of these great organizations. We are all working together to ensure that the voice of the Latino community is not only heard at work, but is heard in our democracy as well.
And a great point, you mentioned family, and this is important too, is that it's perfectly fine and perfectly legal for you to take a family member's ballot and cast it for them. Maybe they can't make it to the polls or whatever, but they give it to you as a family member. It's okay. You can cast a ballot for them. So, keep it in the family. There's nothing wrong with that. Totally legal, and in fact, encouraged. Make sure your family members vote. Say, hey, if you voted, hey, fill it out. I'll take it down to the drop box or the polling place for you. I mean, look out for your familia. Enrique, what do you want to say some things about what UnidosUS Action Fund is doing in this final push?
So we're going to be doing some phone banking, virtual ones from all over the country, focusing on Arizona, participating at this Vote Like a Madre, right? So be there. The other thing is also our president, Janet Murguia, is going to be here from November 2nd through the 6th because she feels Arizona is very important and it's a critical election. So she will be here also during that week. We'll be having several meetings and we'll be participating with both organizations on other events. And I just want to say something in Spanish for those of you that don't know English. Es muy importante que realmente voten. Que no piensen que esta elección no importa. Es una elección que va a determinar el futuro, pero va a determinar los siguientes 20, 30 años. No es una elección en donde se está votando de qué va a pasar en el corto plazo en los siguientes 4 años. Una elección del futuro, el futuro para sus hijos, para sus nietos, cuál es el rumbo que va a tomar este país, y por eso es muy importante que voten. Y también cuando votan, tienen el derecho a exigir y decirle a las autoridades, ¿estás haciendo las cosas bien o las estás haciendo mal? Pero si no votan, entonces después no se estén quejando de que las cosas no están en el camino que ustedes desean. Entonces los invitamos a todas, a todos que participen, que voten, que convenzan a su familia. Algunos de ustedes no pueden votar por su estatus migratorio porque no son ciudadanos, pero alguien familiar de ustedes o algún amigo sí y está pensando en no hacerlo, pídanles que voten por el futuro de ustedes, que salgan a votar, que su futuro está en riesgo, y hay muchas proposiciones que en esta elección también van a perjudicar a nuestra comunidad, a la comunidad latina. Estúdienlas y vean por qué deben de votar no. Y hay otra, creo que una que sí. Pero muchísimas gracias, Joe, Monica. Thank you for this.
Thank you,
this
guys.
chat.
And I look forward to seeing you guys Sunday. I look forward to seeing you Sunday. Again, 3 p.m. Grant Park this Sunday. And we're also going to do another rally, last second rally, the very last push. Is going to be in November 4th at Grant Park again, 3 p.m. again. For those very last second procrastinators, and you know who you are, you guys are last second Christmas gift shoppers too. If that's what it takes, one final push, we'll do it. But you need to become ambassadors for democracy too. Check in with your neighbors, check in with your family members, your coworkers. Ask them, hey, have you voted? If you've already voted, you need to make sure your friends and partners vote. You need to get on them. So it's the +1. It's the ripple effect, as we talked about. So reach out to everyone you know, make sure they vote. Tell them we need to vote. The rest of the nation needs to see Latinos as, you know what, we're stepping up. We are stepping up to our rightful place as leaders in this democracy. We are here to stay when we have something to say. But to be heard and to be listened to, we must first cast that ballot. Again, your vote is your voice. Don't censor yourself. Be heard. Latino loud, Latino proud, and we'll see you Sunday, Grand Park, 3 p.m. Thank you.